I'm getting my caffeine in for the day. Just finished up doing school with the kids, and it's kind of crazy figuring out the new schedule of getting school done before I have to come on here, or at least getting them started. So, yeah, I just finished up doing my group schooling with the kids and getting them started on their stuff. And now I am here with you guys, so it's working out. New school years are always crazy, trying to reorganize schedules and everything. So, but I am here. So if you are here, don't forget to give me a little bit of a hello, and I will say hello to you guys. And I'm going to take a couple more swigs of this while I'm waiting for you guys to get in the room. That one's pretty good. Dave likes that one, so we have a whole bunch of these. He just bought a case of the Star Blast, which kind of tastes like blueberry, I think. I don't know. I told him I'm no respecter of flavors. I don't really care. So also, don't forget, if you're coming in here right now, or if you're coming in later, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up so that the YouTube algorithm will help share it with others who need it. I really am passionate about this subject, and I'd like to get the word out and explain myself a little bit. So there's a reason that I am talking about that today. I will go into that in a second after I say hello. So don't forget to say hello if you are here on the live stream. And I will say hello back. Let's see who's here. Oh, Jennifer Costa, my main woman, is here. Thank you for the compliment. I don't feel like I'm looking fab today. I feel like a day late and a dollar short this morning. Literally putting my makeup on while I'm doing the school with the kids, like between things, like we're reading scriptures, and while they're reading their verses, I'm like, but hey, we made it work. We made it work. I got my makeup on my face, and I'm happy about that. Pinky Pink, welcome. Epiphany London, welcome. Linda Hardman, good to see you. Dairy Free Keto, welcome. I'm glad your kid is having a good nap right now. Naps are nice. I love naps. I wish I could have one every once in a while. Hey, Judy S., welcome. Beth Buck is here for a few minutes, and then she's going to Zumba. Oh, man, I used to love Zumba. I used to do Zumba all the time. There's just not a good Zumba schedule for me now, and so now I do ballet and clogging, but and jazz. Jazz is the new one. But I miss Zumba. It was so much fun and so much less stressful than jazz is. So yeah. And Brandy C is here. Hello. And Keto Tia is here. I don't think I've seen you before, Keto Tia. Welcome. Welcome to the group. Welcome to the chat. Yeah, I was always glad when new people show up, and that's why don't forget to give a thumbs up to this video. Helps the YouTube algorithm get things out there so that people can see it. Rebecca Smith, welcome. I don't think I've seen you before either. Maybe I have. I'm not sure. It's hard to remember. I know the ones that come back every week, and the more you comment on my videos, the more I start to recognize you, but it's still kind of like overwhelming at this point trying to keep track of everybody. I used to be able to keep track of everybody who watched my videos and commented and everything, and now it's a lot of people, so it's hard to keep track. But yeah, welcome everybody. I am so glad you're here. Okay. So, since we are almost 4 minutes in, I think I'll just get started. If you come in, you can always say hi. I'll come back and look and see it in a minute. But I want to get started on this subject because I feel like it's really important and it's misunderstood. There is a particular reason why I decided to talk about this today, and that is because I don't know if you guys watched my latest weigh-in video. I think in my weigh-in video, I talked about how I am only doing these weight loss macros for 2 more weeks, and then I'm going to go on maintenance calories. And there's been some confusion about that. I've had quite a few questions on how I come up with my maintenance calories, why I'm doing maintenance calories, to the point where literally I was called out this morning by someone who I don't even know, like, I still don't even, I can't wrap my brain around it, but she basically said that I don't need to be in maintenance ever, and that I'm just, like, kidding myself that I'm going to, like, lose too much weight, and that it toys with the body to be going up and down in calories, and what else? That I should give up all sweet things. Not happening. Not happening. Anyway, that I need to give up all sweet things because obviously I haven't cured my sugar desires or my sugar cravings because I'm still wanting to be in maintenance. So, I thought it would be a good idea to clear up what exactly do I mean when I'm talking about that? Why am I doing it? And how much fat you should be eating based on your goals when you are eating ketogenically. Okay, so first things first. Keto is not a certain kind of diet where you eat a certain amount of fat, a certain amount of protein, a certain amount of carbs in a perfect ratio. It's often talked about as a diet that way, but that's not actually what keto means. Keto is just short for ketosis, and any way of eating that puts you into a state of ketosis is considered to be keto. Be it super low fat or super high fat, that does not matter. The amount of fat that you are consuming on keto literally has nothing to do with it. It is all based on carb restriction. So when your carbohydrates are low enough that your body begins to burn fat for fuel instead of glycogen for fuel, that is the definition of ketosis, no matter how you choose to do it. I like to view fat on keto as a type of lever, which basically means that depending on your goals, it can be higher or lower, right? Depending on what your plans are. So for the last 4 months, my plans have been to burn body fat, okay? That's been why I have been doing exactly what I'm doing. And for the months of October through December, my plan is to halt burning body fat. So I am going to accomplish that by changing the amount of dietary fat that I am consuming, because the body doesn't care. The body doesn't care if it gets its fat from your plate or if it gets its fat from your belly. It does not care. Though it does seem that a body fat, like it likes this kind of body fat more than it likes belly body fat. I don't know what its deal is there, but I need to have a talk with my burning mechanism on that. And so, and over the last 18 months, I have had periods of time where I have eaten more fat, eaten more calories, so that I could stop burning body fat for a reason, for a few months at a time. And then I have times where I've gone back on what I call cutting macros, where I am cutting my body fat, my dietary fat, in order to increase body fat burning. Okay? So I don't know if that makes sense or not. So my protein number basically stays the same always. I always try and hit my 120 grams of protein. That number comes from Dr. Finney's recommendation of 0.8 to 1.2 grams of protein per kilogram of lean mass. Basically, you can use the Keto Gains calculator to figure out what your protein number should be, or you can come to my Facebook group and get your protein number given to you for an average, or you can just kind of guesstimate and just try and hit above 100. Unless you're really, really short, you don't want to be eating less than 100 grams of protein. And I know that a lot of keto people will tell you that that's not true and that you should only have 60 grams of protein and that protein is bad and that protein will turn to sugar. It doesn't. And that protein will stop your, cause your blood sugar to go up or whatever. It can, but not to a degree that is dangerous unless you are diabetic. So it's not something that you need to worry about. The most important thing to get in is protein, because you need to make sure you maintain your lean mass and build muscle so that you can burn more body fat. That's the only way that you're eventually going to get to your goal. The only way you're going to get to your goal is if you're burning more body fat, right? We all want to burn more body fat. That's the idea. Now, when I first started out, I weighed almost 374 pounds. So when I started with the cutting macros, my calories end up being about 1266, I think. So under 1,300 calories, basically. That was a steep deficit, right? For almost 400-pound woman. That was a steep deficit. I can see why people might think that was a little extreme. But for me, I wanted to lose weight really fast, and that was the best way to do it. But see, the key is that by keeping my proteins higher and my fats lower, I'm actually consuming a larger amount of food. Actually more food than if I were eating the bulk of my calories from fats and trying to keep the calories low. So when I'm referring to I am cutting or when I'm going on maintenance, I am referring to my fat lever, okay? So for the last 4 months, I've tried to keep my fat lever down. I have tried to keep my fats under 80, my 80 grams a day. And in the most recent weeks, I've been trying to keep them under 70 grams a day. Been hitting about 66 most days. Yesterday I went over, I was like 88. And, it was just a day. So I just try really hard to keep track of it and make sure that I keep it. So when I am cutting, I need to try and track even better than usual. I can't do lazy keto. I have to weigh everything. I have to put everything in my chronometer app. I have to make sure everything is perfect. And that's the only way to lose weight at this point. Now, when I first started, I probably could have done lazy keto. I could have done high-fat keto. There's a lot of things I could have done when I first started out. But now in the 170s, in order to actually continue to burn body fat, I have to be more strict, especially because these macros were created for a person who is lean. And now I am getting lean, and so I don't burn as much body fat because my body isn't burning as much calories because it's smaller, right? So it's a little bit harder to burn body fat at this point. And really, the only way to do it is to bring your fats down. Keep your proteins the same. You can even raise your proteins and lower your fats, and you'll have success. And this is why. I think it's thermogenic effect of burning protein is higher. It's actually harder and takes more calories to burn protein than it does fat. And so your body has to use more calories to burn it, and protein has fewer calories. So if you want to lower that's kind of what I did. I lowered my fats by 10, but I raised my protein by 20 grams. So I've been hitting about 140 grams of protein and under 70 grams of fat. And I'm having way more success than I was when I was doing my regular of 120/78. Now that's for if I want to lose weight, right? And most of you are watching this because you want to lose weight. There's not very many people who watch keto channels if they're not interested in losing weight. There's not very many people who are interested in my journey who are not trying to do the same thing themselves. And so as I'm going along, I'm trying to cherry pick and hand grab little bits of information that can help you guys be successful in your journey as well. But I'm getting to the end of my journey, guys. I don't have very much more body fat that I want to lose. And to be in all honesty, I could go in and get my loose skin taken off my arms, get a tummy tuck, and I'd be done. That's where I'm at. Like, I am basically already the size I want it to be. So I'm wearing size 8 comfortably. I'm wearing like a size 8 to 10 dress. I'm wearing a size small top. I don't really have any much further that I want to go. I'm a mom of 9 kids. I'm 44 years old. I turn 45 in a couple of months. I'm not a bodybuilder. I'm not going out in a bikini. I literally have no reason to keep going at this point. So I don't know if you guys realize that I am already to my goal. I haven't officially gone and got my DEXA scan and gotten the proof that I'm 27% body fat, so I may not be 100% happy when I go in. If I haven't hit that 27, I might want to continue on. But I don't see that there's any problem with me taking breaks from low calorie. I'm not taking breaks from keto. When I'm talking about going into maintenance, I am not saying that I'm going to go eat carbohydrates, because I am a carbohydrate addict. I am a food addict. I am a binge eater. I'm a recovering addict. I am not going to go back and put into my mouth the things that got me into this situation to begin with. I can't imagine a situation where that would be possible. So I think people are misunderstanding maybe that what I mean by maintenance is that I'm just going to raise up my fats. Like, I don't know how much more clear that I can be about that. Now, I've done it multiple times. If you guys have been here for very long, you realize I've done this a lot. I started in the spring of 2018 was the first time I kind of messed with it a little bit in the fall of 2017. I had a couple of high-fat days, but I was still tracking pretty well. I had lost 138 pounds that first year. And I decided that during the spring, when I'm really in my stressful time, that I was just going to do more lazy keto. And that's kind of what I did, is eat to satiety. Make sure I get my protein in and then eat fats to satiety. That's what was my first plan. And that's kind of what I did that first spring. Then I went back for a month or two in summer, and then in the fall I did it again, and then I said same thing. I did January and February where I did the lower macros, and then I did through the spring where I basically tracked my fats and got to be 2,000 to 2,300 calories. And when I went in for my DEXA scan, I had still lost weight. I never stopped losing weight any of those times. So that is part of the reason I'm still messing around with this, because I don't want to go too far with this keto. I already like where I'm at, and I'm already comfortable there, and I don't want to go much further than this. Does that make sense? I know it's hard to understand for someone who is overweight, that they would never, understand that you would want to stop and not be too skinny, because it's hard to imagine being too skinny when you weigh almost 400 pounds. Like, I never in a million years dreamed I would be saying these words. You could never, have counted on me thinking that I would ever make it this far, let alone that I would be satisfied and that I would not want to keep going. Does that make sense? So, my plan going forward is to mess with a few more things. So I have messed with protein numbers, I have messed with fats numbers, and that has not stopped my weight loss. As we're coming into this fall, I'm actually planning to get a ketone meter and a blood sugar meter maybe, and check my blood sugars, though my blood sugars have never been an issue. This person claims that the sucralose I'm eating is going to spike my blood sugar, which it's science. It's a zero glycemic index. There's a reason it's zero. It's because it doesn't actually spike blood sugar. It might spike you to want more, craving more sweet things, but it's not going to do anything to blood sugar. So now I feel like I have to prove that too, but I don't know. We'll see. My plan is to try and get my carbs up a little bit. I am not going to be going out eating like donuts and Krispy Kremes, and I'm not going to be doing that. I will be eating keto cakes again, because I like to support my local businesses, and we have so many great businesses here that do awesome bakery items, and I am going to be eating those. And you know what? There's like 4 net carbs total in the most carby ones that they make. They're basically fat bombs, and I'm raising my fats, and if that's how I choose to do it, that's okay. And you know what? Life without ever having anything sweet sounds pretty dang pitiful, and I can't even imagine doing that. Though if I was a severe addict and those things triggered me, I would do that. But I'm not. I did 8 months no sugar at the very beginning. 8 months no sweet. No sweet, I should say. The only sweetener I used the first 8 months of my journey was liquid stevia, and I only used it in my yogurt and like my, what else? I didn't even have anything else. That was it. I didn't even eat sugar-free Jell-O back then. Like literally nothing. I killed my sweet treats, killed my sweet cravings, and then I came back in and started adding in like the sucralose to, like the Mio to my yogurt and that kind of thing. And then I didn't add in any kind of desserts except for like on holidays until like this last spring. And that's because I'm trying to find my satiation point. I'm trying to find where I feel like this is sustainable long term. Because, I'm probably going to live till I'm 93 years old. I got like 50 years ahead of me to do this. That's a long time. A long time without any cupcake. Like, I just not even going there with my brain. That's never happening. Why? When there's perfectly acceptable things, to use that are keto friendly. Like, it's just silly. So, maybe I'm being a little defensive, because I tend to come across a little defensive when people try to school me. But when they shame me for wanting to be in maintenance and telling me that I'm never going to lose too much weight, so I need to like get over myself kind of thing, I think I actually know multiple people who that has happened to, hence me being worried about it. People actually have lost too much weight. I know it's hard to believe, but they have. And that's why I don't want that to happen to me. So, you guys will be seeing my experiments. I will be talking about them, and I will be sharing sharing with you because I feel like this is an area of weight loss that is sorely overlooked and that nobody ever talks about because it's like impossible. I don't see very many people maintaining their weight. There's a few. Allie McWowie is one of them. I watch her a lot. Keto Christina is one of them. Same thing. Those guys have gotten to their goal and they are maintaining, and that's my plan. And I want to talk about how I got there. I want to talk about what I did, what I messed around with, what macros I used, what finally worked, right? Don't you guys want to know that stuff? And so that's why I'm doing it. I'm not doing it to yo-yo my body. I'm not doing it to throw my body into weirdness. I don't know what... I'm still at a loss. I still don't understand the point of that whole conversation. I just don't get it at all. At all. Because it's not like I'm saying, oh, every weekend I'm going to go out and have like an on keto binge and then just go back on keto on Monday through Saturday and then go back off on Sundays. That's not what I'm saying at all. I'm not doing that. I'm never going out of ketosis. And if I do, it's because I ate too many keto treats and it wasn't that bad. Like, I don't see like the point of that argument at all. So I'm confused as to why that would be even a thing. Because you cannot eat 1,300 calories for the rest of your life. Or I guess you can, but I'm not going to. That's just silliness. I just can't even imagine that. I don't like it. I don't enjoy it. When I first began this journey at almost 400 pounds, I had oodles of body fat for my body to happily eat up. And my body was happy to be under 1,300 calories. It was happy as a clam. I never felt like this at the beginning. That whole first year was so easy. I kept thinking, waiting for the other shoe to drop. Like, why is this so easy for me? I don't get why this is so easy for me. And people would say like, oh, you have such great willpower. Oh, I could never do it. Blah, 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 blah. And the whole time I'm thinking, this is the easiest thing I've ever done. I don't know why anybody couldn't do this. But now, 1,300 calories, I feel hungry. I feel like my body is begging me for fat. It doesn't like it anymore. My body doesn't like it anymore. And I can't live like that forever, and I don't want to. So that is why I do that. I need a break. There's only so much I can stand of weight loss anymore. I did a whole full year, lost 138 pounds. Then I did only 4 months of cutting. 4 months. The rest I did maintenance calories or lazy keto last year and still lost like 60 pounds. So like anyway. So how much fat should you eat on keto is based on what your goals are. If your goal is to lose body fat, then you should be consuming less dietary fat. Your body will happily get the fat that it needs, that 75% or whatever it needs, right? It will happily get that from your body fat stores. That's how it works. So the fewer fat grams you eat, the more you will burn from your body. The more fat grams you eat, the less you will need to burn from your body. That doesn't mean you won't burn any from your body. But people that say you need to eat the super high fat for ketones and like to get your body into ketosis or to burn fat, that's a fallacy. It's not true. You don't need to do that. Maybe the first week when you're trying to convince your body to turn to fat, but not after that. Not after that. Your body happily will get what it needs from your body fat stores if you have them. If you don't have them, you need to eat more fat. And that is the key right there. So higher for maintenance, lower for losing. That is what you should do when you are on keto. Your protein number should stay relatively the same. Though in maintenance, I do mess around with my protein number trying to get that to help me to stop losing as well. Can eating too much protein cause you to have a higher blood glucose? Yeah. Can it cause you to have lower ketones? Yeah. Does that mean you aren't losing body fat? Nope. You being in perfect ketosis has nothing to do with you burning your body fat. It's your calorie deficit. And if eating way high protein, way low fat gets you into a major calorie deficit and helps your body be more thermogenic and it's burning more calories, burning that protein, and it's building your lean mass so that you burn more calories just sitting on your butt, that's how you burn body fat. It's not just about being in ketosis. It's about caloric deficit. If you don't have a deficit, you will not lose fat. That is just science right there. I know a lot of people will disagree with me. You can eat 4,000 calories a day and still lose weight on keto and blah, 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 and all that. I mean, I'm proof that you can eat 2,300 calories a day and still lose weight on keto. There's definitely some merit to that, but I lost way less body fat when I was doing that than I did when I'm eating the 1,300, which we will find out in a couple weeks when I get my DEXA scan. I think I'll be going like around October 11th-ish. I'm trying to go in the same of my womanly cycle as I did last time, and now my cycles are kind of off, so it'll probably be a couple of weeks into October maybe before I go in for my DEXA scan, because I want to make sure that I'm retaining the same amount of water that I did so that the numbers are lining up as well as they can so that you guys can see. And all summer, I haven't been doing 1,300. I have been trying. I didn't do the best I could do all summer, okay? In September, I have been amazing. But during the summer, there was so many things going on in barbecues and things. I was always having a special occasion. And a lot of times I was eating more than I logged into my tracker. And I bet you I was eating between 1,300 and 1,800 calories a day all summer. And now I'm eating under 1,300 in September for sure. But I'm eating more protein than fat. So that's where I'll be at. We'll see how it worked. Maybe I'll be eating my words. Maybe I'll go in and they'll say, you maintained at those calories. And I'll be like, I'll die. And if that's the case, whatever. I'll be honest about it. Like, I'm pretty honest on this channel. I pretty much tell you guys everything that I do. And I'm pretty open. I don't hold much back. I don't hold much back. So there you go. I hope that helps answer some of your questions. If you have any questions from this and you want me to go into more detail, please feel free to post them. Don't forget that there is a super chat option to donate to the channel. If you do that, I will see your question first and it'll kind of pop things up and I'll be able to find it because it highlights it for me. I'm not asking you have to do that or anything. I do appreciate it, of course, but it's there if you would like to do it. I'm going to go back and answer questions for a little while, but then I've got to go back and get to the homeschooling again because I've got to make sure my senior in high school is keeping up with his stuff because he kind of tends to need to be babysat a little bit. So yeah, let's go back and see what you guys have been talking about. I don't know. I feel like I'm all over the place with this video. I hope that it made sense. I feel like I'm maybe in a weird emotional place and maybe it's not the best time to talk about it or not. I don't know. Maybe I'm just mad and hurt by someone telling me that I'm crazy for doing what I do. I don't know. But anyway, this prudent gal is here. Hello. So Bev Buck says, I've just watched some of your old YouTube videos for inspiration. It's amazing how your face has changed because I see you every week. I forgot the change. Well done. Thank you. Yes, and you have to remember that I didn't actually start YouTube until I had lost 100 pounds. I wish I would have started sooner, but I didn't even know YouTube was a thing. Like, I would never even dream of putting my face on YouTube when I was almost 400 pounds. Like, literally, it was not even on my radar until I had something to tell the world, which is I had all this success. I lost 100 pounds in 8 months. Like, it was insane. And I wanted to tell everybody. And that's why I started this channel. I wanted to help teach people how to do it because I thought, this is the fountain of youth here, people. This works. And I want everyone to know about it because everyone should have a right to know. And I'm sad that I didn't know sooner. And so I decided to start this channel. So if you go back to my very first video, you have to remember I lost 100 pounds before I made that video. If that means anything at all. And I have changed so much since then. So true. Dairy-free keto says, that person can pry my Bang energy drink out of my cold, dead hands. Oh, speaking of dead, I actually had someone come on my video yesterday and tell me that she lost 12 pounds on keto and then she came down with breast cancer. So I should be really careful with the keto diet. I'm not laughing. It's sad. It's sad that this person came down with breast cancer. That's terrible. But the fact that she connects losing 12 whole pounds on a keto diet, which couldn't even been that many months, to the breast cancer and not the 50 plus years of eating the crap she ate before that to the breast cancer is mind-boggling to me. Mind-boggling. I'm like, I just don't even know what to say. But I'm at a loss with that one. I'm just like, I'm so sorry that happened to you. But to be completely honest, I have had so much joy from being able to lose weight and from teaching and having something to share with the world that actually matters, that were I to die tomorrow, I'd be grateful for every second, even if keto caused it. I would be grateful that I had 2.5 years of this joy that I got to enjoy, even if tomorrow my heart stops dead. Because that could have been 2.5 years of horrible misery, feeling trapped in my body, feeling choked, strangled, and being a horrible evil mother and a horrible depressive, never leaving my house. And I'm super social. I'd trade my 2.5 years for that. For if I had to die tomorrow, I'd trade it for that any day. So, but you know what, guys? Keto does not cause cancer. Actually, it's more likely the crap you've been eating your whole life that's causing your cancer if you have it. And honestly, it's luck of the draw. You just get it if you get it. And I don't really know that you can pinpoint some cause. But losing 12 pounds on keto, definitely not it. All right. Stacey Hall says, love all your videos and encouragement. Thank you. Adrian Christine says, hello, new subby, just found your channel. Welcome. Good to have you. Welcome to the family. We have this great keto community. So definitely check out some of my shout outs from earlier and like just start getting involved in the keto community because there's so many of us that are connected and it's just like great. There's so many people to watch and to support and to love here in the keto community. So great. All right. So Dairy-Free Keto says, I'm losing without trying on keto and I'm trying to figure out maintenance. I like my size. I'm at my goal. I'm eating plenty. My BMI says I can lose 4 more pounds before it's unhealthy and she's kind of worried. See, right there, you're proof that what I'm talking about is true. It is hard to stop losing weight because it's hard to consume enough fat to stop your body from losing. My one friend who got really too small, she got down to 120 pounds before she was able to bring it back up. And that was not a healthy weight for her. She finally ended up raising proteins and keeping fats kind of mid, but she had to have her proteins at a fairly high level. And I think, I'm not exactly sure what she did carbs wise. I think she may have raised her carbs like some more net carb, but I'm not 100% sure. Karen Marie, if you're popping on, if you happen to be here, let us know what you did. I know there's a couple of my friends who've tried to figure it out, and most of the people that I know that have been successful staying on keto and actually making it to their goal have gone further than they planned to go. Almost every single one, actually, that I know. Most people don't make it that far. Most people fall off. And that's the honest truth, right? Yo-yo. Most people don't make it. So those of us who make it, then what? We don't know. We don't know. You know, Allie McWowie, her solution is to go out partying on the weekends. I think she drinks and she puts on some water weight and then she spends the whole week burning it back off. So she kind of does this yo-yo every week. And that's how she's chosen to maintain. I would rather do it a little bit more even keel than that. And I don't drink, so that's not an option for me. Not going to be raising my carbs that way. I definitely don't want to eat any desserts of any kind that are non-keto desserts. So if I raise up my carb level, it will be with keto things. It won't be with, Krispy Kreme donut every Saturday. I'd never be able to stop at 1. We all know that, right? I mean, come on. We all know that. There's no way I'm stopping at 1. And it's funny because people talk about carb cycling and stuff to get things going. I don't support that either. I feel like that, sure, maybe it works. Maybe it jogs that water weight. Maybe the scale will move. But the scale's going to move up if I do that because I will have no control. So that's another reason I don't support that. So dairy-free keto, you and me, we're going to figure this out, right? We're going to figure this out and we're going to share it with the world. Brandy C says, where did this person come from? I'm thinking they don't know you very well. I said the same thing to her. I'm like, have you been watching my channel for very long? Because I don't even think you have a clue what you're talking about. I don't know. I hate to get so defensive about stuff because people do sometimes have valid advice for me, and I don't like to listen to it. And then later on, I'll react, and then later on, I'll be like, well, maybe there's some merit. You know, even like when people were like, you need to be tracking, and I thought, well, I am tracking, and then I really evaluated it and went, yeah, I'm not doing as well as I could, and so then I started tracking. So even though I may react defensively at first, I will consider your words, and I may change things because of advice given. It's just hard because I'm the advice giver, and it's hard for me to receive advice, especially because I'm like, how much smaller do you think I need to be? Like, when will you two be happy with where I'm at? Because I've been happy since I hit Wonderland. That was 20 pounds ago, right? Like, I'm still going, and I don't know that I really need to be going down. I'm really happy. I mean, my belly is still chubby. Sure. I'm a mom of 9 kids, though. Right? I'm like, I'm not 20. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, like Dairy Free Keto says, keto is cutting out the sugar and hopefully helps her body in fighting the breast cancer, right? It's a lot of people do keto to fight cancer. So I think she's just got a little bit of misconceptions, and you know, it's okay if that's what she wants to blame it. That's totally fine. That's totally fine. I get that place, like coming from a place of, oh no, this happened to me, I don't want this to happen to you, and concern. I get that. That I don't have a problem with. I feel sad and sorry that she thinks that the keto caused it, because there's no way. No way. Rebecca Smith says she's grateful for what she's learned from me. Thank you. Cindy Brown says, morning, I'll have to rewatch. It's good to see you, Cindy. Amanda from Our Life to Keto Way says, I have a beautiful glow today. Oh, thank you. Oh, it's my lack of sleep, I'm sure. Sleep is something that I have a really hard time getting. Dairy Free Keto says, do you think my body will stop losing when it's healthy? Like, will it get to a healthy new set point? I also don't drink. That is a good question. From experience with those that I have known personally, I will say the answer is no. I don't believe it will get to a healthy set point and stay there unless you get to the place where your satiety and what you are consuming stops your body from needing that extra body fat. That's the truth. Like, your body needs a certain amount of energy, and if you don't supply it dietarily, it will look for it elsewhere, if there's any elsewhere to be had. I really don't think it will stop, but you might get to a place where what you eat is satiating, and your body is satiated because it's the amount you need to eat to stop. So technically, yes, but only because you're consuming enough to stop that from happening. At least that's my understanding. I could be wrong. Like I said, just a mom, not a scientist. Only science info I know comes from the scientists that I watch on YouTube or vertahealth.com, where I get all of my information from Dr. Finney. So that's just because I have known multiple people, and I mean multiple people, who have gone past their goal and had to figure out how to get back up. So, but I mean, look at Sarah, Pearls of Wisdom. She eats 1 meal a day. She probably eats less calories than I would probably eat on maintenance, and she maintains just fine at 150. So maybe it depends on what your weight is too, because what you're burning. Like, maybe she burns less than I do. Maybe she has less body mass. That's another reason for getting a DEXA scan that's helpful, because you can see what your body mass is. So my body mass last time I went in was 124 lean mass. And so that's why my protein level is at about 120 plus, because I like to keep it at about 1 gram per pound of lean mass. That's just where I like it. It's not where Dr. Finney necessarily recommends that it has to be. It can be lower than that. It can be higher than that. But that's just where I feel like I'm getting what I need. My body is happy. But fats level, my body is not happy. I am not satiated. I can eat so much food, you guys. I'm still a binge eater at heart, and I'm still not in control that way. So I still do need to track my food, even in maintenance, and try and hit that magic number. But I don't think I'd ever be happy eating at this deficit, like, forever. I just cannot even imagine that. am I comfortable at this point? Yeah. I mean, I've been doing it for 4 months. I feel like I could probably go for another long time. The only reason I really want to do maintenance this fall is because I'm so curious to mess with it. And I want to experiment for you guys. And because it's interesting for the channel. And that's the honest truth. Like, I might go a little longer if it wasn't for that. But I've been planning this all along. And I plan things. And I like to do what I plan. My plan is for the fall to enjoy the fall. Have treats. Eat keto cakes. Not sugar. Treats, I mean by keto treats. You know, heavy cream. Cream cheese, butter, olive oil, bacon, all of those things that they claim is perfect for keto that most people eat. Avocados, you know, I don't eat those. You notice I don't eat a lot of that stuff, and there's a reason. I don't eat that much fat. I don't think this person realizes I'm not eating the high fat keto. You know what I mean? Like, maybe that's it. I don't know. Because I'm like, I'm gonna go do what everybody else is doing. Instead of doing what I keep telling people to try doing and no one wants to do. Yeah. That's my plan. I'm going to eat freaking what Keto Diamond eats. I'm having some freaking double bacon cheeseburgers every day. How she lose weight doing that? I do not know. I know you're watching this later, Joni. You are one lucky chick. But you know what? She doesn't eat a lot of filler things. Then that's got to be said for her. Like, she does eat more fat than I do, but she does not eat the sweeteners, and she doesn't eat like the keto bars and things like that as much. So maybe there's something to be said about that, and maybe that's part of the reason why she loses and I don't when I'm eating that higher fat. And maybe if I gave up those things like this person said, maybe I'd have more success, but honestly, I'm just would be miserable and die. I don't want to do that. So, and I don't have to because it's me and my life and I can do what I want. Even though it's on YouTube, I can still do what I want. Right? I could go off keto if I wanted. I could gain 100 pounds if I wanted. You guys would probably still watch it because it'd be fascinating, right? Watching me just back up. That would be sad and horrible. And you'd probably have a lot of advice for me. But you'd still watch it because it's interesting, right? It's interesting. I want to be interesting. And right now, I don't feel very interesting. I feel bored. Bored. Yeah. Anyway. Okay, so Matt Kazoo says, don't be upset. Someone gave me great advice once. They said I shouldn't invite anyone to have a say in your life or decisions. Everyone will have an opinion, which is true. And of course, you know, this is YouTube. Of course people have opinions. It's a miracle that I don't get more negative comments. Because whenever I get them, I'm so shocked and surprised. Like, I can't even, like, get to the point where I'm used to it. Because I just don't get very many. I have been blessed. My freaking 12,000 subscribers, almost. So close. I'm like, so close to 12,000 subscribers. Here on YouTube are the nicest, awesomest people that ever lived. And that's the honest truth. You guys are awesome. Salt of the earth, wonderful friends. Super supportive. Wonderful community. I'm grateful, grateful, grateful for all of you guys. And so every once in a while when I get somebody giving me the little poo-poo or whatever, I probably shouldn't get so upset because it's YouTube. I should be getting that on the daily, right? Everyone does. Everyone does. Oh, except for on my other channel because we're not allowed to have comments because I have kids in my video. Still annoyed by that. Whatever, YouTube. Hide and seek, by the way, if you're interested in my real life, my crazy life. I'm like a month behind. I just barely posted my Florida trip on that channel. That is where I'm at right there. That's my life. I can't keep up. Too much stuff. Anyway. Let's see. So Jennifer Costa says, that's my struggle. Been maintaining with too much yo-yo, but it's not helping me lose the remainder. So you're kind of going up and down like kind of like Ally McWowie. If you want to lose the remainder, my best advice to you is to lower your fats as low to 50 as you can possibly stand and subtract those fat grams from what you're normally eating and add those back on to your deficit that you want in protein. This is something I am learning, actually, this protein thing. Don't be afraid of the protein, especially if you're already at your goal. It doesn't matter. Like, if you're so close to your goal at this point, it does not matter. You just really need to force your body to say, hey, belly fat, gotta go. Belly fat, bye-bye. So keeping your fats as close to 50 grams as you can, and then raising your proteins up to meet that same calorie level that you want. It takes more energy to burn that protein, that higher level of protein. So you'll burn even more calories, and then your body will need more, and it will take it right from that stubborn fat. It's called a protein sparing modified fast, though the one that's common on YouTube is even lower fat than that, and I don't really recommend it because you really need 50 grams to be a nice human being. If you go any lower than that, it gets painful. But that's how they do it. That's how they do it. They literally starve their body of fats so that their body has no choice but to go to the last bit of fat that you can possibly have on your body and get rid of it. If that's where you are and you want to be and you want that gone, that's really the only option, to be completely honest. And me, I don't know if I care that much about this stupid fat pocket. I just don't care. The top one's gone now after this month. I'm happy about that. Bottom one's still there. I probably still have a good, 5 pounds of fat just sitting right there in my lower roll. But I'm a mom. Like, who cares? I just don't care. When I shove it in my pants, I still look hot in my 8s. Right? Yeah. Hey, Carissa is here. Keto Fat Girl No More. She's one of those keto community awesome people that I was mentioning who has a really great channel. You guys should check her out. Let's see. Jennifer Costa says, proof that Tamara can change. You are making chaffles. That is a good point. You know what? If I had come up with chaffles, which, why didn't I? Because I just don't use waffle maker, and so it didn't occur to me. I've been frying my cheese, as you guys know, forever. I love that flavor. Kind of shocks me how I reacted so negatively to chaffles, but I will say this. It takes me less than 5 minutes to fry 2 eggs and 2 ounces of cheese in my pan. It takes me 40 minutes to make 4 chaffles because of how much work it takes to collect all the ingredients and put everything together and measure the eggs and make sure it doesn't spill and add in the stuff and measure everything out and make it all even and blah, 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 blah. It takes for freaking ever. So I have to say it's not my favorite thing to do, but I love taking them with me when I'm out, and it's definitely going on my list of things to eat if I add a third meal, that's definitely on my list. Things I'm going to eat probably a lot in the fall because I can make those. If I can just spend a few hours, I could make some and freeze some, but I can't quite get to that point. But I'm picturing pizza chaffles, taking it with me, pumpkin chaffles, taking it with me, that kind of thing. Instead of peanuts and those things that make me retain water. So I am grateful for chaffles. It was hard to convert myself because everybody was doing it, and I hate jumping on the everybody's doing it train. Everybody wasn't eating yogurt until me, and now everyone's eating yogurt. That doesn't bother me because I did it first. And Creo Brew, same thing. A lot of people drink Creo Brew because of me. If you don't know what Creo Brew is, just be prepared for the future videos because it's fall, and I'm going to be Creo Brewing it up almost every day. All right. When I can put fats in my drink, which is why I haven't done Creo Brew because it's just boring without fats. But if I can raise my fats, then I'm going to have some. All right. Finding Morgan is here. Welcome. Amanda says moms are scientists. Good point. That's true. We do have to figure a lot of crap out, right? Oh, good question. Rebecca Smith. Okay. How much effect do you think that exercise, my dancing, has in my weight loss? To be completely honest, I'd say probably butt kiss or very small kiss. I don't ever really do a lot of cardio, so my dance is pretty low key. So I'm not necessarily burning calories, but it is helping me gain lean mass. In my legs and trunk, I have put on a ton more lean mass because of ballet. And so I do feel like it's helping because it's increasing my lean mass because I'm eating that higher level protein and then I'm exercising my muscles and then my body is making more muscle, thus burning more body fat sitting still. I don't feel like cardio is that beneficial to anything but your heart. I don't feel like it helps with weight loss that much. I don't do a lot of cardio, but I do feel like strength training of any kind, even if it's dance, it will help. But in all honesty, it's all diet. I don't think if I did no exercise at all that I'd be in much different of a place. I may not look maybe as pretty and as lean. Maybe I wouldn't have as much lean mass on me, but I don't think I'd be sitting that much fatter. And the more I burn off my body, the more exercise I am doing. So I actually just got into my kids' ballet performance for the local Nutcracker. I am going to be a party parent this year. For 15 years, I've been dreaming of being a party parent. That's how long we've been doing Nutcracker. 15 years, I've watched the people on that stage and dreamed of the day that I'd be thin enough that I would be able to do it. And I'm doing it this year. I can't even believe it. Best thing ever. So the dance may not help with the weight loss, but it sure does help me feel like I'm young and pretty and doing things like my kids that I never got to do, right? It's the best feeling. So I highly recommend doing it, doing something, not just exercise, doing something that you always wanted to do that you couldn't do because you didn't allow yourself to try because of your weight. Right? That's the key. That's why I started dance. Because I've always wanted to be a dancer. Always. Since I was little. And I never could because of my weight. And I always used my left leg being short. I have a short left leg. It's over 1.5 inches shorter than my right. And it's as me too awkward and clumsy to be pretty on stage. That's just silly. I've used these excuses. So dumb. Right? So dumb. And now I'm free. I can literally try anything I want. Literally anything. And that has a huge effect on the psyche. And keeping me motivated and staying on the path and not giving into those cravings and not giving into the desire for binge eating when my anxiety kicks in. Right? Those things keep me going. So that was a really good question. Joni has magic. Yes, she does. She does, and she looks so amazing. By the way, Joni, you look amazing. And you guys should check out her channel, Keto Diamonds. Oh, man. I know Teresa says she hasn't been making videos because she's been bored. Yeah, I hear you. I think we all go through times like that. I think at this point, it's so important for me to keep my channel running that I have to force myself to do videos. Like, I thought of a million excuses to not do this live chat today. I just wasn't feeling it. And I think you guys can probably tell that I was just kind of like not feeling it today. Some days I'm really into it. And other days, just not. But because I need my channel to grow and I need it now to be part of my family's income. And I love you guys and I don't want to let you down. Ooh, by the way, 44. There were 44 people watching and we lost one and there were 22 likes. 42. It was so perfect for a half a second. 44 and 22. I love even multiples, especially twos. But that's okay. You can still thumbs up it if you want. 23. Yeah. 43 and 23. That's a good one. Nice. Post it, Teresa. Post your video because I just gave you a shout out. You're going to get some new peeps. Post it. Wendy Barron is here, guys. If you haven't checked out her channel, she's the Chaffle Queen. She and Keto, O-H. I can't ever get that one right. Keto, Keto. Okay, Keto. Okay, Keto H. Yes, that is it. Okay, Keto. They are the Chaffle Queens, and they inspire me daily trying new chaffles. Guys, wait till my video. A video will be coming out tomorrow. That is my most recent food video from this last week, and you will laugh at how many chaffles I made last week. I made a lot of chaffles. Yeah, a lot. And this afternoon, a chaffle video will be coming out. My Patreons have been watching it and loving it. It's really delicious, but it's super high fat, so I can only eat it if I'm doing a high fat day, which I have been doing on Sundays. So maybe that's what she was referring to. Me doing a maintenance day on Sunday and then 6 days of strict, really low fat? I don't know. This is just an experiment I'm doing. I don't know. Anyway, it's coming out this afternoon. So watch for that. Okay, Anna Garcia. Okay. This is a question you are not going to like the answer to, but I will tell you. Okay, so Anna Garcia says, Hello, I was thinking about doing a 3-day egg fast, but I saw somewhere people's sweet tooth gets triggered after the fast is over. Why do you suppose that is? Because eating only eggs sucks. And when you stop, you want to eat everything in sight. Don't do an egg fast. That is my advice. I have a whole video on why I don't support that stuff. So if you look in my live chats and look for the videos on fasting and what I recommend, egg fast is on my no way ever don't do it list. As long as right up there with beef and butter fast. Please, no, don't do it. There are a couple of reasons why. Number one, eggs have an even protein to fat ratio. If you're consuming that many eggs, either you're not getting enough protein for your lean mass or you're getting too much fat. You're not going to get anywhere. Will it make you drop a few pounds of water weight? Probably, because maybe you were holding water weight because of creepy carbs or whatever reason. It can definitely give you a small weight loss. But I will tell you this, it's all water, it's not fats. And all it will do is make you hate eggs with a passion and want to eat everything in sight. I highly recommend doing a normal, macrocentric, protein-focused macro regime. If you're going to do a fast, I'm starting a new fast, guys. I'm starting a new fast. I decided. I wish I had time to actually do this and make a video and make it a real thing. We're doing the chicken breast fast. Because I'll tell you what, you eat chicken breast 3 times a day, you're going to lose a crap ton of weight. You know why? Chicken breast has protein, it's harder to digest, and it has very little fat. And you'll have to burn your body fat. That's the way to lose weight. If you want to do a fast, do a chicken breast fast. Add some cheese to it, add some veggies to make it taste good, but eat chicken 3 times a day, guarantee you will lose weight. Way more than you're going to lose eating eggs. Will it trigger a sweet tooth after? Maybe. I don't know. You should try it. Let me know how it goes. That's my new thing. Chicken breast fast. But yeah, seriously, don't do it. Okay, anyway. Wendy Barron says, chaffles are quick for you. Yes, because you're used to making them and you have 2 freaking dash makers. There you go. I'm getting there. Okay. Pumpkin chaffles are awesome. April Wooten, yeah, go ahead and rewatch and talk. I was just talking about fat as a lever. You've probably heard me talking about it before, but basically keep your fats low to burn body fat, keep your fats high to stop. It's basic science. Teresa says, you're so silly, Tammy. You're a leader. We love you. Oh, thank you. You're sweet. Carol Gonzalez says, I use chaffles for pizza, so I love that. Yep, I actually did that too in my... It's either in the video I just posted or the one that's coming out. I actually did that on my high-fat Sunday because I can't have that much cheese and pepperoni on a regular day because it just won't fit in my macros. But I freaking burned the thing and I ate it anyway, and it was still good. I did a pepperoni, mushroom, spinach pizza on just a regular chaffle with garlic, and it was so good. So good. Tuna melts is probably what I'm going to have today. That sounds awesome. Let's see. This prudent gal says, I lost 23 pounds with no exercise and no walking, only because I'm not in the mood to walk. Yeah, I lost 138 pounds, basically no exercise. I started after 9 months. After I lost 100 pounds, I started doing clogging once a week. But I wouldn't even, we hardly even work up a sweat in that class. It's real low-key. It's not really exercise. So me too. I lost 138 pounds or more without any exercise. What's a party parent? Oh, I didn't even think of that. In the party scene, which is where Clara has all of her friends and things gathered around the Christmas tree, and she receives the Nutcracker doll, and she and her brother fight over it. A party parent is a parent of a family who is visiting at the party. And so you wear a luxuriously beautiful dress and you dance waltz with a gentleman and you care for your young children. It's acting, dancing. It's very fun and very intimidating. But that's what it means. It basically means you're a parent of a child who's been invited to Clara's party at the beginning of the show. Yes, the Wendy Barron's pumpkin spice chocolate chip truffles are the best. Go check out her video. Those are awesome. Thank you, Dairy Free Keto, for giving me kudos for doing the live chats. I can't watch very many videos either, so I get it if you guys can't watch all my videos, especially this week because I'm pounding them out because I got so far behind on Sunday. I literally just edited, I think, like 5 videos. So yeah, like I said, there was like 2 extra food videos plus my weigh-in, plus my truffle recipe that's coming out this afternoon, plus tomorrow another food video, and then I'll be caught up. So if you can't watch them all, I get it. I get it. But watch the last one with the truffles. It'll be tomorrow, and it'll be called losing weight on truffles, or truffles help me lose weight, or something like that. And there's a lot of truffles in that video. Though I don't know how to make them, because you'll see from my double chocolate chip truffle with, is that right? Double chocolate chip. No, double chocolate chip truffle with cream cheese filling and whipped topping video. That recipes are not my forte. My kids get in the way. Wendy Barron says fasts worry me. I would fall completely off the wagon for a long time if I restricted myself like that. Yep, me too. I need to get another Dash waffle maker so I can make them faster. It takes about 4 minutes to cook a truffle, but I get distracted, and so I leave it in too long. And anyway, I don't know why it takes me 40 minutes, but it just does. But I would probably get better as I go. Okay, Celia Watley says, me and my husband started keto. I do walking around every day. My husband doesn't, but he's losing more than me and struggling with constipation. Any advice? Constipation is an electrolyte issue. It's any problem you have on keto, and I mean any problem. The scale not moving, constipation, diarrhea, tiredness, lethargy, weird fuzzy feeling in your head, can't speak, chest pain, muscle cramps, feeling like death, nausea, you name it. If you are having a symptom, it is from an electrolyte imbalance. I have tons of videos on electrolytes, so I'm not going to go into it in detail. Go check out my electrolyte videos. Go to the Keto for Beginners playlist and watch my video on electrolytes. That will fix your constipation problem. You need sodium and magnesium for that. If you need a quick fix, magnesium citrate. Don't do that all the time. But I do about 635 milligrams of magnesium glycinate a day, and that's my happy place. And then 8,000 plus milligrams of sodium a day, though 5,000 is the recommended minimum. Sodium. It's the sodium. That's the problem. You don't need fiber on keto. You can have fiber on keto, but you don't need fiber on keto. It's all about the sodium and magnesium. Potassium, if you're having muscle issues, twitching, anything like that, your potassium is probably low. Water retention, as I have learned, could be from low potassium. And I don't supplement my potassium. I just try and eat higher potassium foods. So you'll notice that I've been putting spinach in practically everything. Like all my truffles have spinach in them because of that. And I've been eating more like lettuce, not tons, not like 7 cups of it or any ridiculousness. But I've just been eating it more often. And I've been adding more light salt to my diet. But I'm not taking like potassium citrate powder or anything. All right. Yes, I use a regular size waffle maker too. Dave actually uses that one more than me. Mine just don't fit exactly right, and I like the little roundness of the Dash ones because it just seems like it's easier to make sandwiches out of and stuff than the one I have is a circle though. I think if I had the square one that made 4 at once, that'd probably be my best bet, and that's probably what I'll end up getting. Let's see. All right. Yeah, no problem. Wendy Barron says coconut oil helps with constipation if magnesium isn't helping. Yes, but when you eat coconut oil, you're raising your fats, your dietary fats, and so you're burning less body fat. So I don't necessarily recommend drinking fat unless you're maintenance. But it can help. But magnesium citrate will flush you, and so will sodium if you take enough at once. On magnesium, is there a way to estimate how much you need based off weight, or do you do it on how you feel? How you feel. So start with the minimum of 300 milligrams, and you need to choose which magnesium you want to take for which thing you're trying to accomplish. So I take glycinate because I tend to get restless legs and I have trouble sleeping. Glycinate helps relax you. I am taking the amount because that's what keeps me regular on glycinate. So I was having a little bit of constipation issues, even with my sodium being up, till I raised. So I take Zao magnesium glycinate, and I take 3 pills a day, and they're $4.50 for 2 pills. So I think that I did the math right on that, $6.35 or something like that, $6.40. I don't know. So that's just my happy place where I stay regular and I sleep well and I don't have muscle twitching at night. So start with 300. 300 to 500 is the recommended amount. I don't know that you can really overdose on magnesium. You just don't need as much. And of course, that doesn't include dietary magnesium, just the supplement. All right. Bless on me. Welcome. We're about done. Do you have any questions for me that I can answer for you since you popped in? I should be done because I'm over time, but if you have a question, I will answer it. But if no one has a question, we will be done. So we've been talking about electrolytes. We've been talking about chaffles. We've been talking about fats. I don't have any like secret things to share. Usually I share some like secret things at the end of the video. I kind of shared how I feel about being in the Nutcracker. I kind of shared that a little bit because that's kind of emotional, but I don't know like anything else that I can share that I can think of right offhand that I can be like, here's my secret for this week. I guess my secret, you guys already know my secret is that I get offended easily when people tell me what to do. We'll just say that. And maybe I'm just a little hot-headed. But I do calm down after a minute. So probably tomorrow I won't care about the girl complaining about my maintenance issues. You guys can go find that and put in your 2 cents if you feel like it. She's probably not watching this because I don't know that she even watches my channel. It's probably the only video she's ever watched. I don't know. Anyway. All right. Oh, she says, no questions, but thank you. Expected that you were already gone. Okay. Why can't I? Oh, there we go. Remove user. There we go. Bye-bye. Yeah, anyway, so I guess we're done. It's an hour 07, and probably I should keep this shorter because people tend to not watch the video later. Though I do try and keep all the info at the beginning. So if you missed the beginning, go back and watch it. It doesn't take very long to get through it. Well, I think I talked for like a half an hour, but the basics you guys probably have already heard if you've been around my channel for 5 seconds. So I love you all so much. Don't forget, if you want to join Patreon and see that chaffle video before this afternoon, it does come out this afternoon. Every bit of donations that you offer is very appreciated and necessary to keep me motivated to doing this, because some days I really don't want to do it. And you guys keep me motivated, and I'm grateful. And I'm really grateful for all of you. But I'll talk to you all again soon. Bye.